Welcome, y'all, to Strawhat Sitdown, episode 119.
My goodness.
Hey, let's
Woo!
go.
Let's
Let's go.
fucking go. As you could tell, this is not one of your usual episodes. We are uh, a few days late. I apologize. One of our own was sick, and Callie Mac is on vacation right now over at Evo. And before we get into our introductions, yo, hit that sub, hit that like. Support us. Let's get us to 260 subscribers, bro. Because
Yeah.
we
Oh,
are
yeah.
we are two away.
Let's go.
And with
Come
that
on,
being,
y'all can do it.
please,
It's only
please,
two.
we getting like 200 views in our videos lately. So like there's no need that no reason why we shouldn't hit that goal. So please hit that sub, yo. We would truly appreciate it. Huge shout out to that boy Callie Mac getting fourth place at Evo. One of the biggest fighting game tournaments in the world, right?
Yeah,
Is that safe to say?
Absolutely. Maybe the biggest.
Maybe the biggest. Fourth place in Dragon Ball Fighters. Absolutely wild moment. It was awesome seeing him up on stage. Like, I teared up a little bit. But
Fact.
that is why Callie's not here today, and that is why we are three-man weaving it. I am your host, Mr. GD, and I am doing well. And with me, I have my boy Huss.
Gang.
Gang, and also that boy Straw Hat Mod, who is under the weather, but
Yes, sir.
he's here today, regardless.
Real worker.
Real worker.
Let's go. You already know the vibes.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I actually have a few more shout outs real quick. My boy John, heal up. He's on my volleyball team. I think he landed pretty bad yesterday. I hope he didn't, tear anything serious, but rest up and sending, all the healing vibes to you. And also, another shout out to two One Piece fans that I met at work the other day.
Let's go.
They noticed my One Piece tattoos, and then they showed me that they had their own, and we just got to talking, and it was absolutely beautiful. I love these moments that I have with One Piece fans, and they dropped some follows on the Strawhat Sitdown. So thank you guys to Matthew and Nicholas. Thank you guys. Absolutely great moment. Man, how you guys doing? How you guys doing this week?
I'm chilling, man. I'm super excited to talk about the chapter. I think it was another banger. I'm just lit, man. Yeah, like Callie had a crazy Evo, so I was amazing to watch. We had a good weekend. I was watching Evo.
Yes.
So I'm happy to just like break down the chapter and just talk about the potentially one of the biggest events in One Piece ever. So
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I mean, this chapter was big. Callie had a big moment at Evo, like just W's all around. So
Big W.
I'm here for it. I love to see it. So I'm good.
Let's go. All right. With that being said, let's sorry. My cats are going crazy and they keep fucking. We got a new couch and it's killing me right now, bro. So I apologize, stream. If you see me looking back. So let's get started with today's chapter. Sit down, baby. We got One Piece, chapter 1121. I don't remember what the title is.
Swell of the era or the upheaval of the era.
The upheaval of the era, and also just this cover page.
Michael Oda.
Yeah.
This guy's a legend.
Oda was cooking. I don't know if you see on Twitter. Sometimes they put like the time lapse of like the work that he was doing. He was doing a picture of like Luffy playing with like the Going Merry type of thing, and then he just said nah and made this instead. So you know what type of the demon time Oda is on.
Yeah.
I know Callie and Blackhawk would definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, the chat was having a field day probably, but amazing art. Another sick color page.
Yes, sir. Gotta appreciate the art, bro.
Actual banger, no horny shit. That's a banger.
No, for real. All right. So let's get on with the chapter. I'll be going over it today. So we get started back at Egghead with Straw Hat Luffy and the giants from Elbath trying to escape the clutches of the Gorosei. and at that same time, as they're escaping, Saturn is on their boat. Right. That's the last. That's the last thing we left on.
Yep.
Right. So Saturn is on the boat, the fucking big ass spider motherfucker, doing a whole vicious attack on the Giants, but they're all holding their guard, bro. Like, which is actually to me is pretty impressive,
No, absolutely.
right? Because this is a Gorosei, and he's going all out because he wants them gone. We have the Iron Giant fighting Jupiter and Mercury, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Saturn's attacking here. The Giant's holding him off, and Luffy is telling him, you know, his claws are poisoned, don't touch him. And he's just winding up to attack, bro. Like, and he notices Bonnie on the ground, flickering between like Gear 5 and herself. Like, so she's definitely gassed out, right? And he's just, Luffy always being the most observant person sometimes. And he realized that Saturn also noticed that too. Saturn launched an attack at Bonnie, and he protected Bonnie by punching the claw away. And Bonnie jumps in the air. Saturn says, "Bonnie!" Bonnie gaining her energy back in her Gear 5 form, while Luffy's in behind her saying, "That's it, Bonnie. You do it. This is your time, yo."
What a great beginning to the chapter.
Great beginning, bro. That's fucking Luffy right there, bro. That's epitome of Luffy, and I absolutely I love it.
Really sick Luffy moment. I think it's cool that Bonnie, we get to see more of the chapter. Like just because Bonnie can transform into Nika, that doesn't mean she is. And even she still feels like like doubt and
Yeah.
maybe a little lack of confidence. So Luffy's like, you know what, man, let's forget me. Let's let Bonnie take the star. Kind of reminds me of Marco and Wano about Zoro and Sanji.
Yes.
Let the stars take the stage. Very
Yes.
sick.
Yeah.
beginning chapter.
That's beautiful. That's a great one. Wildhouse. Another one that is just like Luffy pushing Momo also. Like
Yes.
and the thing is that we've seen Luffy do this from the beginning. I just rewatched the episode of old One Piece with Luffy and Chow Chow.
Oh yeah, Chocho, yeah, the
Chocho,
dog, yeah,
right? The
yeah.
dog, and like just that empathy that he showed towards the dog, and like getting the pet food back from Richie and the lion tamer, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Like it just shows that Luffy's been like that since day one, bro. And
He's the GOAT, man.
he's the GOAT, and this is why we shall always love Luffy, bro. So we get back to, I don't remember this location. Can you?
It's actually Lockdown. It's the
That is
it's where
Lockdown?
they executed Gold
Oh
Roger.
shit, you're right. Damn, bro, I'm terrible. Bro. I'm sorry, man.
No, it's hard to notice because I think you have to notice it's hard to notice. I don't blame you. I didn't know where it was the first time.
I thought it was the pirate place or it wasn't Alabasta because it wasn't.
Alabasta also, I thought it was too. Or could
It didn't have the same architecture. That's why I knew it wasn't Alabasta. But okay, Lockdown word. So we get back to Vegapunk's final message. One day the memories of the Void Century will be recalled, and mark my words, that day is coming. The sinking of the world's continents was a man-made disaster brought about by weapons. Weapons which, by someone's design, still exist today. And as we're going through this message right now, we see Lockdown, the beginning of the pirate era, right? We see Shirahoshi, we see Princess Vivi signifying the Fishman Islands, Alabasta, and then we also see Skypiea. And what we know about these three locations is that these three locations all held or hold an ancient weapon.
Yeah, or something to do with them.
Something to do with it, right? Yeah, because we also know that Wano is the one that has one of them.
I think
I thought it was.
Oh, you mod?
Oh, I was just gonna say I thought it was a pleasant surprise to see Skypiea again.
Beautiful
I didn't
surprise.
expect it at all.
Yes.
Because like this, I don't think they have like the snail stuff, and I don't think they can. I don't think they're actually listening to the broadcast. It seems like they're just going about their lives, But yeah, still crazy that he showed them, and also like Mr. said, like these people and their locations all have something to do with the ancient weapons. Which to me, when I saw Vivi, I was just shocked. I was seeing her in that panel. I'm just like why that panel about weapons, And obviously we know that Alabasta talked about the being in Wano, but like I feel like because we already got the payoff, like we know that. So I feel like there's still something more for Vivi specifically to do with the ancient weapons, some more secrets. So
Well,
I think it's like pointing towards that a little bit.
so I was thinking, like, what if? Okay, we know that Alabasta showed us where one of them was, right? But what
Mhm.
if that one wasn't Alabasta, right? And they just moved it, and you need someone from Alabasta bloodline to control it or to use it, some type of shit.
Yeah, and that's a big like idea. I think some people have guessed that like because it's like a trio, right? Like Poseidon is Shirahoshi,
Mm-hmm.
Momo is the one who is gonna decide if Pluton gets to be released or not, right? Because he has to command Zunisha in some way. And some people lastly think, yeah, just like you said, that Vivi has some importance, and obviously there's only one missing, which would be Uranus, the ancient weapon that we presume was used on Lucia. So yeah, I think that's like a great jumping off point for a theory. I think that's like a pretty good assumption.
Yeah, maybe all three of them tie into the usage of Pluton
Yeah,
Yeah.
some type of way.
in some
Yeah.
way.
Also, I thought it was funny that he's talking about technology, and like one of the most advanced technologies that we've seen is from Skypiea. Like,
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? So I thought that was pretty cool. And we see the Nika, right? The sun god snake in the corner there.
Yeah. The new one or whatever, like the
Mm.
little baby one or the one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, crazy.
So just little things
Oh,
that.
and Wiper's there. I didn't realize that my first time reading it, but he's the second
Oh,
one on the right
yeah,
of the
you're right.
gods.
Let's go.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That's awesome,
Yeah.
man. Hold up,
Oh
bro.
yeah, that is him.
Let's
Yeah.
I didn't
go.
even
I
realize
don't.
that.
I think we've only seen him once in a cover story since,
Oh,
so it's really
okay,
cool.
word. So we continue. Let's continue on. We continue with Vegapunk's message. The machinations of history and fate seem to insist upon the obliteration of those last descendants of rare races. Then we see various panels of we see Kuma on the ship, and then him in the past of him telling Vegapunk that he's a buccaneer,
Mhm.
asking him like what makes his blood different from others. We see Marco in a village with elders. I wasn't sure what village this was. I was thinking
It's
maybe.
got to be Sphinx still.
So yeah, you think so? Okay.
It's got to be, yeah, because the
Yeah.
old people around and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And also the snail has a white beard
You're right.
mustache. Yeah.
Man, this why has
I
this is little
didn't
details,
notice
bro.
that. I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that. It was on Twitter post.
Still, you remembered it though. All right.
Gang gang.
All right. Yeah, that Twitter post. You see a lot of Twitter posts, you know.
Not facts.
So we see Marco, and then he remembers about the time he's talking to Whitebeard, and
The
Whitebeard
goat.
tells him that atop the red line there used to be a land of gods up there. Um, and oddly enough, we next panel we see a Lunarian in King, you know,
Mhm.
and how he reminisces about the government paying people 100 million berry for any tips on Lunarians. And then we also see Pudding, who's captured, and they talk about her three eyes, and just to show that these are the ancient race, some part of ancient races that we still don't know anything about
Yeah.
because of the government always just trying to keep them shut, just ending them and killing people that are related to them in any way.
Yeah, there's like still like it really bothers me because actually these are some of the people that we know the least about, right?
Yeah,
And Otis hiding a lot. Obviously, we know that the three eyes might be the one we know the most about how they can read the poneglyphs with their third eye.
yeah,
Um,
and
but yeah, it's
we
crazy.
do know that Lunarians are the gods that used to live on top
Yep.
of the red line.
Pre-Marijois, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so they're
And
seen
there's
as
also
the
still
fallen gods, right? If anything.
because they've been taken down. And there's also the line that Vegapunk when Kuma punched Saturn, he came back, and Saturn's like, "How in the world is this happening?" Even Vegapunk was at a loss, right? Like,
Yeah,
dude, I literally made the self-destruct button. It's supposed to just like turn off all your circuits. You're supposed to just like it's supposed to be over then, right? But he's like, maybe it has something to do with the Buccaneer special something characteristic, and we never ended up finding out what that was. So yeah, Oda continues to hide it from us. I just figured we should remember that little line
yeah,
that there's something about Buccaneers that we don't know about, some special ability.
yeah. That's true. All right.
Yeah.
So we will then go back to the ship of the giants, and I don't, who's yelling? It's Nika. Is that Bonnie?
It's gotta be.
because they're all or no. I
Maybe
think
the
it might be the. It might
Giants.
think it's the Giants. They're like, it's
Yeah.
Nika, yar, because they're saying like yar on the bottom, like yar, like
Yeah,
you
true,
know,
true. That's a good
right?
catch. I think it is. I think it is them
Because
saying
because
that.
because Bonnie just jumped in the air, so they're like, oh, it's Nika, look, yeah. All right, wait. So then Bonnie comes out to Saturn saying, "There's one score I have to settle. It's with you." And Saturn then then what's with that mimicry of a pale imitation of Gear 5, thinking it's not gonna do anything. And Luffy's just back there saying, "Get him!" Like just, and meanwhile he's helping her, like just hitting all of Saturn's attacks away,
Yep.
laughing, and Bonnie's just there, powering up, getting her attack ready, crying, and remembering everything that she's been through, all that she's seen from Kuma's memories. She sees the moment that Kuma met Saturn, and Saturn told him, "Your only options are slavery and death. History itself choose them for you." Oh, history itself, what chose?
Chose them. Yeah, yeah.
Chose them
And
for you.
it's
Yeah,
like we get to we go back
yeah,
to what we saw in God Valley. Yeah.
yeah. Then Bonnie says, "You'll pay for what you did to my daddy and what you did to my mommy, which you then see Kizaru Sentomaru." And you then go back to the moment that you see Saturn say that he performed a chemical experiment on Ginny, and that's why she got sick with the sapphire scales.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you see Bonnie yelling out, "You people aren't gods." But oh no, this is Bonnie continuing, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
she's continuing like, you people aren't gods, but gods do exist. And she sees her mother when she was a baby. You know, some powerful moments right here.
Yeah. That one got me low key.
Yeah, hey Bonnie, it's me, your mommy. And then we see the goat, Kuma. He'll show up and save you.
And
And
she
it's
continues her like people like gods exist and heroes exist.
yep,
So she just continues. Yeah.
and so do heroes. And then uh,
Man.
she then says, as she's crying, remembering, "I wish we could have lived together as a family. There were times I wanted to die if I had to be alone, but I won't. I'm going to live because they wanted me to be alive." And then at the moment, we see a picture of Kuma and Ginny with Bonnie as a baby, all telling Bonnie, "Thank you for being born." A beautiful moment that you know uh is awesome. I like I get it. And then
Yeah, I think I saw a great evaluation of this was Library of Artur, or Library of Ahara. He posted a screenshot. He posted the Kuma flashback, how it starts with Kuma being born, his parents looking down at him and saying, "We're so glad you were born." And
uh,
this it should have repeated with Bonnie, with Kuma and Ginny, but it didn't.
it
And
didn't.
what we're seeing here is a bit of a distorted future, if you could put it that way,
Yeah,
how things should have been, but they're not. But it's that makes Bonnie, like who she is now and the lessons she learned from Kuma's life and Ginny's life. So yeah, very, very. This page is just fucking amazing, and obviously the left page adds to it, but
yeah.
the Bonnie memories, it really, really got me. It was
It
great.
It
no,
was really good.
so good.
That is like you said, like even though we didn't get that, honestly, that's the feeling that I got. That picture is the feeling I got when when I thought about Jenny and Kuma. Like it was such, it's, even though that picture never happened, it fits so perfectly with the Kuma flashback anyway
Yep.
that you almost thought that is what happened when it
Yeah.
did it.
Like you.
Absolutely, and,
you
and and we get to see like Kuma when he leaves, as Bonnie's treatment continues on Sorbet, he tells her that he just says it to her, "Thank you for being born." And Bonnie kind of has a blank look on her face. She's a freaking kid, obviously.
yeah.
But as now she got to rehear it, and she got to see Kuma write all those letters that she didn't get because of that CP0 age or CP8 agent or whatever. So yeah, like Maud, you're exactly right that even though this didn't happen, she got to feel that the love that they had for her.
Right, exactly. That's why it's
That's
so
beautiful.
powerful.
That's why I do like that why has that you mentioned like her reality warping. Like she imagined it. Now that's real to her. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
that's
absolutely, bro.
helping her push her power even further.
Yep.
And then
And it might as well be real too, because
yeah,
that, though, like she said, that's the sentiments that both of her parents wanted anyway.
yeah,
Yep.
So that it's not even bad at all.
It's real in all the sense except that it might have happened. Like it literally, it's like you said, it might as well be real, and it reminds me of that line Atlas says when Luffy is messing with the hologram dragon, and it's when we think Atlas is Vegapunk, and she says that I've already decided what's real and what's not. You know, holograms, light physics, like it's up to interpretation.
Mhm.
And what's real is this right here, this feeling of Bonnie's that her parents want her to be alive and keep going.
Yeah,
And
dude, that's
there's so
fucking
many things
beautiful,
it could
bro.
tie into. No, man, Oda is the one that does it, bro.
That's true, but you
Like
said
if
it.
you think
You
of,
said it though.
appreciate that, gang. And if you think about, like the beginning of Kuma's flashback, that chapter is literally titled "A World That You'd Rather Not Live In. You'd rather be dead than be in this world." Like,
Yeah.
there's so many moments, like when Kuma's mom dies, and he says, like, "Why should I even go on living?" But Bonnie's the one that says, "This is what I have to do is to go on living." It's just greatness, man.
It is.
It's
It
actually
is.
it's actually greatness, man.
Full circle.
Full circle, and then with that full circle comes full retribution.
Oh boy.
And as this is happening, as she says, because they wanted me to be alive, Bonnie yells out, "Liberation!" And at that moment, Saturn sells insects, vermin, and you just see Bonnie and a giant Luffy just powering up with Haki in their Gear 5 forms.
Greatness.
And we then flash forward, we go to some different locations as Vegapunk's message continues. If the worst should come to pass, I want you all to take care of yourselves. No matter what should happen, I believe in the intelligence of mankind. I believe in science. Jur died 25 years ago. Whitebeard died 2 years ago. But the fall of these legends was merely the prologue of a new era. As the message phases out, we see Water 7 with Iceberg. We see Caesar with Judge. We see who are the scientists?
You got it. Yeah, with area.
The
You had it.
scientists,
You
with
had it.
area, with area people from Nami's. We see Vegapunk. Which place is this?
I want to say this is Egghead because like there's fire and stuff.
Oh
Yeah, I think it's
it
Egghead.
is Egghead. Yeah. Because then you then see the Gorosei fighting the giant.
Yeah.
And we then pan back to Bonnie, and in that moment she says, "Liberation, Nika, punch." Luffy's attacking around her, attacking Saturn like around her, and she just does the one punch down the middle. And this fucking drawing is sick, bro.
Dude, yeah, the
not-
depth and perspective on that panel is crazy, bro.
Yeah, like Oda went off, bro.
Yeah, that's greatness, man.
And it just I love how Luffy's just supporting because he's like, this is not my moment. This is your moment.
Yeah.
And then, whew, man, okay. So Vegapunk's message continues, and he says, "And now, these people who refuse to buckle under any and all suppression, they are the ones who are the closest to the truth. Ironically enough," he stops there for a second because we like this panel. This whole page is crazy because we see Saturn obliterated, like eyes. You see through his eyes, like he's just in pieces, bro.
Yeah, quite literally like punched holes in. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like light got like I don't know how it worked this time, but to me, I think he looks like he's done. Right? I mean, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I think at least not like I don't know if he's like done for good, like he's out of the series, but I do think he's no longer, at the very least, he's no longer going to be chasing them.
Definitely, and I think though for the what's the word I'm looking for, regeneration, like freaking Venus Zero exploded with Atlas, and he was regenerating quickly by and
Yeah, that's why I think
phase.
that's why I think this might be done. Like this, like I think Saturn's gone.
We'll have to see.
We'll see.
I haven't.
We'll see.
We can't doubt. I have no reason to doubt their regeneration right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I think the big thing is that he's falling into the ocean, and we will finally get an answer. I think soon.
Okay.
As to if they still have the same, even if they're not devil fruits, well, do they have the same drawbacks as devil fruits? So
Right.
I think Oda. I hate that Oda didn't show it to us, but I think that's what we should really take note of in this page, that he's falling towards the ocean, and we're soon gonna get an answer, unless Oda teases us really badly. But we should get an answer as to if they're weak to water.
Yeah, he knows
I'm
that
really
we're
excited for that.
going on a break week too, so he's like, you guys gotta hold that.
Yeah.
So we see
Right.
well, I say with impact, like impact of the story, it would be sick if this is it for Saturn. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
completely agree with you. I
yeah,
completely agree with you. Like, he had his villain arc. Bonnie got her retribution. Like,
the
yeah.
full karma, full circle, bro. Like it's crazy. Because he did everything. He made her pretty much, and now she came back and fucking bit him in the ass, and
Yes, sir.
he's paying for it. We see the Giants, yeah, going crazy. Bonnie crying, Luffy just going, laughing, telling he blew into pieces, telling Bonnie good job. Kuma's there, kind of smiling a little bit, and as everyone's looking up, the Giants realize, hey, isn't that your ship? Isn't that the Sunny? And then we see Usopp, Chopper, saying that they're falling, uh, which is pretty great. We continue with Vegapunk's story message, and
He has a line before like the last page about
yes, oh yeah.
perhaps
So
it was
it
Roger.
breaks off. Then perhaps, yeah. He then says, then again, perhaps it was Roger who sent them there. And then we see a panel of Roger back in the day when to start the whole pirate era. My treasure, why? It's right where I left it. It's yours if you can find it. I've left everything in the world there.
I also want to with that Roger panel. I want to go back to what Vegapunk was saying like last page about how these people who refuse to buckle under any and all suppression, these are the people who are closest to the truth, ironically enough. And I think the wording is eerily similar to the things that we hear about in like I think opening 2 and chapter 100, where it's like as long as there are people who seek freedom in this life, these things will never vanish from the earth, right? Like these things cannot be stopped. I think Vegapunk even said that before. There are some things that just can't be stopped. He said like a chapter 2 ago in his message. So there's like these little bits and pieces of wording that is like core to One Piece and in big moments that we're hearing from Vegapunk's speech, and that's one of them. People who can't be stopped.
Yeah.
And
again, that's really odd stuff.
No, yeah, and as we know, Luffy is one of those people. So,
of course,
the goat. So we see then we see a few things. All right, so I think I'm gonna finish. Let me finish his message, and then we'll go over the places and everything like that.
Sounds good.
Right?
Go ahead.
Okay. The person who winds up with it may not be the one Joy Boy desired. There is no stopping.
Left, yeah.
There is no stopping the tide. The fate of the world now rests in the hands of the one who finds it. The person who lays claim to the One Piece.
What a fucking page! let's go back.
End of chapter. Crazy ending page.
Oh my god!
But before we get to this page, let's go back real quick. Let's go back. Because at the start of that part where he starts with the person who winds up with him may not be the one that Joe Boy desired. You see 4 different locations. You see Rayleigh knocked out in Saboti. I'm not sure about the ones on the left.
I think that's actually again Logtown, because that guy wearing that pirate suit.
Right.
I think we saw him in the other one.
You're right. Logtown. We have Pirate Island, Full Lead, Blackbeard's, and then we also have the Red Force, Emperor Shanks's ship, which is pretty sick.
Yeah.
So Rayleigh's already passed out. He's not even listening to his message anymore. People in Locktown fucking going crazy. One thing I thought was interesting is that Blackbeard's still not back.
Yeah, that's really, really interesting.
and they're all mad impatient. And I like that the skull, like uh, the skull rock thing, is like cracked in the middle. 'Cause that's where
Yeah.
they got punched by Garp. And then we see Shanks, who's also drunk.
Yeah, it's funny. He has a similar reaction to Rayleigh. Just
Yeah.
like let's just drink, man. Let's see what he says.
Yeah. And then we also go to, what is it? The Cross Guild.
Yeah.
Buggy, Mihawk, Crocodile, and everyone. You know Buggy's gimmick. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, no wonder your ambition, Buggy, your ambition's so great. The story is OD. Like, damn, bro. They just gassing him up, and he's just like, "What? Huh?" And then Crocodile, Mihawk are just like, "Bro,
Oh my god,
really?
yeah.
Like, I don't like really. Come on, man. Like, they're
I
sick.
love it.
They're
I love
sick, bro. Oh my god."
it.
And then we have here, I don't know who's yelling, "It cannot happen. We must find it first." Because I don't think that's,
I don't think we're gonna ever know. Yeah.
I don't think that's Al-Qainu.
I don't think so. I don't think he. I don't because the one that I do think is Akainu is the one that said, who will protect everybody.
That's,
You get
Mod, I was thinking the same thing, bro. We right there, bro.
yeah, because but I do wonder who's the one that said, hey, let's go find a One Piece or something. It might be regular Marines that's saying that or something like
Yeah,
that.
bro,
I just assume both of them are. Yeah, I because I feel like Oda would show us if it was
No,
anyone
you
important.
know who could be? It could be this new guy, Ryukuge.
Oh, that moron, Green
yeah,
Bull. Yeah,
it could be him.
potentially.
Maybe. Um, and then we see Vegapunk, and I think that's Egghead, right? If I'm not mistaken. Like,
I think yeah. Let me full screen.
yeah, I think it looks like
Yeah.
Egghead, or
You
like,
can see the like the barrier line. I think even.
like the decimation of Egghead, pretty much, bro.
Yeah.
Because
It's dusty. Yeah.
yeah. So, and then we go to this final page, man. This final spread, absolutely goated.
Greatness.
Oh my
And
god.
to me, these are all the competitors that are left for the One Piece in one way or the other.
Absolutely.
I think if you're not on this spread, you're just not. You're not considered, in my opinion.
I completely agree. These are the important characters for the rest of the series.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Especially Jin on the bottom, bro.
Jin, shut up. That's a good one. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect that.
No, I mean, if you go back to the sneak peek we saw Jin, we saw he had a sword and had a thing on it. I'm just saying, bro, he might came back as the man with the burn scar, bro, with the flame scar.
You might be on to nothing here. I'm not gonna lie.
You might be on to nothing.
Oh man, but yeah, it has sparked a lot of interest. But before we even talk about that, I think it's interesting just to to show who is shown here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's actually honestly no surprises except for Aokiji. I feel like
Aokiji makes sense.
It makes sense because he's gonna betray him, bro, because he's still a player, bro. He's still in play. He's still in play.
I'm glad to see that. I'm glad that after losing Akainu, he's not just like someone's second man. Like he has some plan of his own, which is sick to see.
Part of me thinks that the whole thing with Akainu and Aokiji might have been planned, bro. Like there might have been some resentment, but I think they might have just played it out and then be like, we gotta tackle this a different way. But I'm also giving Akainu a lot of credit too. So
I gotta say, I don't think. I doubt.
Injured, I would agree because
no, but I mean, there's still animosity. I'm not saying there's no animosity, but
I ain't gonna hold you. Akainu had no reason to go after the One Piece up until this point. Like no one in the world outside of like pirates had the gall to want the One Piece for any reason.
Yeah.
Now with Vegapunk's message, he's basically saying he's not even necessarily saying pirates should go for the One Piece, because that's the thing. Roger and Whitebeard, they kicked off Great Age of Piracy. Vegapunk kicked off Great Age of just straight up sailorship, because now everybody is going to go for the One Piece to figure out what the hell is going on, because this is related to world news. Whereas before, Roger was like, "Oh, my treasures, my da 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 da,
Everything, yeah.
everything ever owned, which is what like anybody who was inspired by even slightly inspired by wealth, fame, and fortune uh will go after. But now this is basically saying like, okay, the the world is at stake here. Screw the gold, screw the fame. Whoever gets the One Piece will control the world.
Yep,
Essentially,
we'll know the answers to the world
yeah,
pretty much.
yeah. So that is way more valuable than anything that was promised up to this point about the One Piece. So it would not surprise me if I don't not think that Akainu would have had the insight to know to go after the One Piece up until this point. So I'm thinking that Aokiji, for his own purposes, because he probably found some shit in the 2 year time difference that made him want to go after the One Piece.
Facts.
Especially after
he's not a dummy. He's not a dummy. He's one of Garp's underlings too. So
right. Especially since he met Blackbeard and Blackbeard was like, we all got our own ambitions, so whatever you want to do, you could just do it with us or whatever. Yeah. Maybe he secretly wants the One Piece. I don't know.
And I also think there's like a lot of like Blackbeard is a great thing to bring up because they are clearly on to some next level plan. We saw Van Alger say the world when he was asked what they wanted. So I like, and there's some special lineage. Like those guys are definitely like they on some next shit in terms of like what they want from the world. And I think we saw Aokiji lose his faith in the Marines kind of at Ohara, and that's why he let Robin go. So he's always fighting this like, what is the government really trying to protect here? And knowing the truth about the world and the formation of the world government, which is like what you learn from the voice entry, that's really gonna be an incentive for him to want to find it.
Right.
So yeah, I think Aokiji being here is perfect.
Yeah, I can see that being a goal too. What you just said about him discovering the true purpose of Marines. What does it mean to be a Marine? What does it mean to be what is it called? I would say an agent of justice. I would say that like
a guardian of justice.
Yeah, this shit felt grand. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't think it's a bad way to put it. And I think Aokiji has a lot of like, even Punk Hazard. Let's go back to like the last time we actually saw him on an island with the Straw Hats, kind of like in a similar time. The ending of Punk Hazard, where Marines are on one side and the pirates are on the other. By the end of that day, bro, they were dancing on each side of the line. They don't give a damn, right? And Smoker, when he's saved by Aokiji against Doflamingo, he's like, dude, what are you even doing? And he's like, dog, there's some things you can't see from one side of the line, right? And it's like that, like who's really right is definitely Aokiji's big character like guideline, for whatever Oda wants to do with him. So I agree. I definitely think that's what we're going to see from him in his goal for the One Piece. Okay. I'm really, really happy to see him there. Some interesting people are around him. I think that bottom left is like some of the most interesting. To be seen.
I didn't expect to see what's his face
Figureland.
Yeah, I did not expect to see him in that panel.
Yeah,
that was surprising. And what were you gonna say, Mister?
I'm not too surprised because we saw him once already that he seemed like he was important, or like someone like the next bad guy or whatever. So I wasn't too surprised seeing him.
Especially who he's related to.
Yeah. Especially because of that.
The last name alone I think is a lot. And I kind of understand what you mean, Mod, and that the Holy Knights might not have we weren't sure if they were just going to be some marine power or they're going to be like real antagonists. To
the main goal of getting the One Piece. I just thought that like when we get to that final battle or whatever, because I know a lot of people theorize about like what's the order, if it's like we're fighting the Blackbeard, then the Marine, then the world government, and et cetera, or world government, then Blackbeard, whatever the case may be. I just thought the Holy Knights were just like, muscle for hire, essentially.
Yeah.
But they might be bigger than that, right?
Yeah. With this panel, especially.
So one thing that I just noticed is like they're kind of pairing off, right? You got Luffy and Blackbeard in the middle. Then you got Buggy, Shanks on the side. You got Sabo, Akainu. Dragon Aokiji, Figureland, Gin, or
Oh my god, I knew you answered that shit. I
I
was
mean,
like, is he really gonna do
my Shanks' twin brother. My bad.
it?
And then in the two middle, we got Kobe versus Emu, which is
Mm,
very interesting because Kobe is like now like the heir of Garp's will, right? Like of like the justice that he believed in.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Kobe is the true
and
heir to that.
and what did Garp? He never went. He never became an admiral because he knew that he would be under this motherfucker, right? Because he knew something. Garp's
mhm.
not a dummy, and
Yeah,
he did not want that to happen. So the fact that Kobe and Luffy will be the ones taking down Emu, and I think also probably Lily, not Lily, uh,
VV, yeah.
Vivi, yeah.
I propose another little pairing is that it's Sabo Emu, Kobe Akenu. Because we've already gotten those kind of set up with
Oh, so you're saying okay?
Marineford.
So they're like on. I see what you mean.
Yeah, they're kind of
But
like opposing on left and right versus, I guess. But
yeah,
it's like more of a force. But those I think are the like right now probably the biggest direct lines of conflict. Because especially
mhm.
a Kobe and a Kano, I feel like, and
Two different
especially
justices. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
yeah, and we got to see it, in at Marineford, probably the biggest moment, right, where Luffy is dead, or like he was gonna go crazy and like kill all these retreating pirates, kill Marines for surrendering, and Shanks stopping the war is like one of the biggest ones. So I think Kobe Kano is a lot of he's gonna pick up Garp's staunchness. Like I agree with you to show the Marines the right way. I
Yep.
hope I credit God. Akenu is never turned around to be some sort of good guy. I will actually despise Oda Loki. Like that guy's the worst person ever. He killed civilians at Ohara. He's
Yeah.
legitimately the worst.
Yep.
he literally is. I don't care for him to have a
Yeah, so he got to go
redemption arc.
before the Marines become realize that okay, Emu was really against us.
Yeah.
That's
I
how I
agree.
view it.
Agreed.
Um, but yeah, I think there are some interesting pairings, and man, the top line is the best. Like the top line, like even though we've seen these four like spread out like that,
Yeah.
like
It's
it
so
hits so much
goaded.
harder.
Man,
Yeah, just
I
see
could.
it.
The thing is, I could see Luffy against Buggy too, though, because that'd
Yeah,
be
so
funny.
I think I really like. I mean, Maud brought up a point that I think is really that I have thought about a lot was that the order of like how here from here to the end, right? Like the major arcs and major, who's gonna fight who when. I can honestly say at this point I have literally no fucking idea.
Oh yeah.
Post Wano,
Oh yeah.
I had a road out, I had the plan, but now I think Oda has taken us on a wild ride, and I'm excited to see it. So I honestly couldn't tell you who's going who. I feel like it's gonna be some inter fighting. You know what I mean? Like Luffy might fight Buggy here, but then Buggy and Shanks might have issues here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Gotta remember
I
Buggy.
definitely got to see Buggy and Shanks meet up again.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
shit would be
absolutely.
funny.
I could see.
Buggy's my
I could see
favorite.
them meeting up first, and then Buggy meeting up with Luffy at the end. Like like
Yeah,
because Buggy was the only one. If you think about it, Buggy was the only one that ever hurt Luffy's treasure, which is his hat.
yeah, the Straw Hat. Yep.
And that definitely means something.
He said it as much too, right? Like the last
Yeah.
time we saw him. That's why his followers were congratulating him after this because they're like, "Yo, you were talking about going after the One Piece, and look at what Vegapunk says the next day."
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so. Yeah, and his mod brought up him meeting Shanks again how he thought Shanks was a coward for not wanting to go after the One Piece right after Roger dies. So there's so much they all have beef with each other in some sense of the word,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
Shanks has beef with Blackbeard, right? Too.
Yeah,
Yep.
So
That's
yeah.
funny enough. Like if you talk to anyone, post no, I'll say pre Egghead. Most people thought the trajectory was okay. So Shanks is going to meet up with Blackbeard. He'll lose, or even lose his life, maybe,
Yep.
and then Luffy will be inspired like on some Goku shit, and then go handle Blackbeard, and then that's like the end of the One Piece. But
Yeah.
now with all these moving parts and some crazy Hail Mary showcase is like Shanks versus Kid and Law versus Blackbeard. We had no idea that they were. You told me like 3 years ago that they were going to get taken out of the story. not the story completely, but out of the running for the One Piece, I would have been like, stop, like what, but jeez. So anything can happen. Like I think that's the precedent that Oda want to get. Like, hey guys, don't think that the story's predictable now just because we're at this point. Like, I'm still gonna keep y'all on y'all toes. Like
even Egghead, we thought we were gonna be here for 25 chapters, and it's been 60 something, and it's one of the craziest chapters, brother. When the Gorosei got summoned to Egghead, I lost my mind that day. Like that chapter was so crazy that it ended that way. So yeah, like on a dime, things can explode,
bro. And not just that, but he has Vegapunk make this new claim, right? We have like we said before, Roger started the Great Pirate Era. Whitebeard continued it by making sure that the One Piece is real, so that everyone knows it's real. Like, yes, keep going after it. And now we got Vegapunk saying, hey, not just that, not just treasure, but the truths of this world are all there too in the One Piece. Just solidifying everything. Like, it's absolutely beautiful. And the fact that he does this, and then Oda introduces new, like a new character that we still got a shadow, bro. We still got two shadows. We got Emu shadow still, and we still got a fucking another shadow that we had no idea about. Like what is going on?
Yeah.
I think and you make him look like Shanks too, bro. Like that's crazy.
And insane. that could be either the man marked by flames, or that could be 100% new character that we just never seen or heard of before ever mentioned. Like
evil Shanks, Dark Shanks.
I think that's actually low-key that might be the best guess that we have, bro. Like no cap, like because there was someone in the Holy Knight spread that looked like Shanks, but didn't have the Garland's stupid hair thing.
That's the move.
Hey, no respect to gentlemen. But and also, bro, that sword is Griffin, brother. Like that sword really just looks like Shanks' sword. No cap.
It does, bro.
You know what? Hey, what it is? Shanks is right here, right? This is the Shanks we know and love, and then that is his alter ego down there. That's alter ego Shanks.
That's the guy that fucking.
That's Kanks. That's Kanks, bro. Like Shanks backwards, bro. Kanks.
This is the Shanks that everybody fears. This is the problem. This is
Shanks' sister. Oh man, Shanks' sister, bro.
I honestly don't even hate on. That's like some Shanks sibling because if Garland is old, we see that old fighters aren't like unless he has like the Opie no Mi operation or whatever. Like we get to see that old fighters aren't at their prime, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like the Holy Knights should have someone who's on Shanks' level.
That would make sense if it was fucking Shanks' twin, bruh.
Like boom.
They split.
Yeah, exactly. It could be it feels a little contrived, like forced a little bit, but obviously it's Oda, got to give him the grace to work and whatever, see how he pulls it. But I think Shanks' fake brother thing is, or like half brother or whatever is like, it's not a terrible theory, I think. And honestly, it might be the best that we have, considering we literally know nothing about the character in black. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
And everyone, give it up for Dragon, man, because what a character! This character is one of the most known characters in One Piece in terms of like who we see and stuff, and yet we have no idea what he does. That is honestly impressive. Like up until
let's give him an applause, bro.
Like we have zero idea. Like.
Good shit, Dragon.
Not even a little showcase, not even a little hearing it, nothing. Just not a thing.
Oh man, good shit, Dragon. Good shit, bro. Made the final 12, bro. Top 12 right now, bro.
what's that legendary YouTube series? Luigi wins Mario Party without doing a thing. Like that's Dragon right now. Somehow made it to the end.
Shit. Damn.
But yeah, I think this is a really sick spread. I think Kobe. I really like that Kobe's here. There was that when they showed the sword members, when they showed Drake a chapter or two ago, Kobe is like, wow, I guess it's time for us to take up the new mantle of the Marines. That's kind of what he implied, right? So
right.
It's gonna be, man,
it's
what
time.
a sick fucking double spread. And like it's like we already talked about it, like Vegapunk. Mister, you actually we're saying this for anyone honestly about how Vegapunk is gonna be the guy that is the Whitebeard Roger of this final stretch of One Piece. So he's gonna galvanize people to like look out for the One Piece, and you know, you literally were saying this since I got started, low key.
Keep
So
inflating my ego, bro. Tell me how I'm right, bro. Yes.
you got it, man.
Not just that, but what did I say? Fucking Saturn was gonna die, bro. Gorosei is gonna take it out. I'm telling you, yo,
you
he's
got a week.
gone, bro.
You got a week before you can
I
claim
got.
him.
I
You
know.
got a week,
All
bro.
right. All right. In 1 week
What
though,
you,
in two, the next
Bruh,
what,
if
next
he
what
chapter.
actually
If he's,
is taken out, that it will be that will be a
dude.
mind fuck like crazy. I
I'm
wonder how the
coming from.
Gorosei
I'm
will
coming for
react.
my flowers, bro. Coming for my
Hope
flowers.
drowns.
And not just that, but I hope that with that we see them go back and we see Emu kind of create a new Gorosei because there always got to be like 5 of
Yeah.
them type of shit. And we see like someone that we may have known turn into a Gorosei or something like that. I think would be pretty interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think you know we heard cool ideas about how Emu might punish Saturn for fucking up this hard,
Yep.
and how literally everything that happened in Egghead was Saturn's fault.
Yes.
Kuma, you know, like saving Luffy and all like it's literally all your fault. So
Everything.
maybe he'll punish Saturn for this. You know, it's like, dude, we're fucked because of you. So I'm taking away your bending forever. You know, like
Take away your bending forever.
no cap, no cap. And you know who might get that bending? If it's like, you know how like that scene where Father and Fullmetal Alchemist takes one of the homunculus's
Yeah.
thing, like their philosopher's stone back and gives it to someone else. Like I think Fig Garland might be next up for Goro.
That's what I was. Yeah, I would think so. I would think that too.
So like
That'd be pretty
if he
sick.
takes Saturn's power and like you said brings up someone new, I think it could be Fig Garland.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Interesting.
That'd be pretty cool. I'd like to see
Yeah,
the
would be.
transformation.
I think I just want to see more of like what are these dudes? You know what I mean? Like I
And-
don't care about Fig Garland, but I want to see how it works.
Yeah, and like would he would be Saturn, but would he also be a spider or would it be something different? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. All that stuff, man. I need answers, and I really hope we get it from what's his name, Saturn falling into the ocean. If he's weak to water, you know what's funny? Even if he's weak to water, that still isn't confirmation that he's a devil fruit. I just want to say.
So, I want to ask you guys. Do you guys think 2 more chapters? 1
Until we're
it's
done.
over?
Yeah,
until we're sailing away.
Yeah.
I would give it honestly about
3,
5.
5. Okay.
And only because like we got
is generous. I feel like.
yeah, I say 5 only because we got getting away, we got the loose ends, and then we got the how everyone's affected around the world type thing, and then the world events, and then we on to the next arc.
Yeah, that's true. There's
Actually,
a lot of
that's
side
true.
characters
That's
that are
true.
like still in the mud, like Sentomaru, Kizaru, Lucci, Stusty's is another one. Like two who need to get away somehow.
He'll probably just do a
Yeah.
quick montage panel of all that.
Yeah,
shit.
I agree. I think it's like we really could be done with Egghead. The thing is like the Iron Giant has to finish their fight.
Yeah, that has to happen. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and I
true.
don't see it just ending next chapter. I feel like he's gonna like do something crazy.
Nah, bro, he's gonna explode again, right? As the sun is coming down, and then he explodes, and then you're gonna see the giant ship and the Sunny both flying even further away to get away from the Gorosei. While the Gorosei get blown away, but then they regenerate back.
Yeah,
He gonna hit a final explosion. Nika, I've always loved you.
Take care of my son. You know, like
that's crazy.
and then
oh man, I hope it's not a freaking bomb, man. I really do.
hockey bomb.
I guess, man. He's gonna do something that will give us an insight on how to defeat the Gorosei. That's my guess.
Probably, yeah. So yeah, there's still so that's why one of the reasons why I just think it's probably 5 chapters that
there is a lot left.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I would say 3, but you kind of sold me on the 5. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like if it's 4 or 5,
anywhere between 3 to 5. And
Yeah.
I think it's like somewhere between 3 to 5. I can see it being wrapped up quicker, and us getting certain things maybe later too, because Oda probably wants to keep certain things hidden or conspicuous or a little bit like, have a second guessing. Because he did that with a little bit, I think, with the end of Wano and a little bit of Egghead sprinkled around. So I can see him doing that some more. So I can see it being 3 to 5. Like I can see it.
Absolutely. So is this the last thing Vegapunk says?
I think so. I think
so. I think it's over.
I think the message is done.
You know, because I was really okay. Actually, I will say I was the only thing I was hoping for. The only reason I thought the message wasn't over before this when it got knocked out of the sea or whatever, was that I felt like everyone caught flack except Emu and the world government. You know, he was shitting on Roger, kind of. He was saying Joy Boy wanted the weapons to still be around, right? And if because that's a really bad look because the weapons are what's ruining these people's lives, right? But suspiciously, only the world government had no issues from the at that point of the speech. So I'm glad. I feel like this One Piece is like yo, search for the One Piece is gonna show you the truth. Honestly, that's like it's probably the biggest blow the world government could ever imagine. Because if the One Piece guarantees the truth, the one thing they don't want to get out, and that's what the Poneglyphs are building towards, then yeah, this is probably the biggest blow we could have given to them. It's probably even bigger than telling them that Emu exists, honestly. Because
it might be, yeah. Because
if you get the One Piece, you know everything. You're sure you already know Emu exists.
Yeah. And then like it's just the One Piece. The One Piece is what we're going to get the true world flashback. We're going to get like I think that's what we're going to get
absolutely. We're going to see
flashback,
Joy Boy's face.
everything. Yeah, we're going to see Joy Boy's face. We're going to see the Void Century stuff. We're going to see everything. So I cannot wait. I mean, I know there are some people that theorize too because I've seen it in the community. And I think O'Hara was the one that started this. For a long time, we thought we're going to find the One Piece and then fight the world government. But he pointed out that Oda probably is going to end the series as soon as Luffy finds the One Piece because that was his dream. Mm-hmm. So at that point, there's no reason to
continue
keep going.
I must fight back on this, brother. I must. I simply must. I think there's a lot of reasons as to why people think One Piece is like the first step to the end of the series, because of we know the truth, but the truth is only one part of it. You have to still deal with it, right? I mean, it would be something if for some reason people felt the need to fight against the world government before the One Piece was revealed. But if the truth of the One Piece is what the world government is trying to hide, then I feel like they are hiding it because they don't want their power taken from them. And it's only after the One Piece is found that people will feel the need to, go after the world government. But even then, Luffy has a secret dream still, right? The thing he shares with Roger that he has to do. And Franky said it that, well, we better make you Pirate King because only then you can do it, or something like that, right?
Right. But O'Hara, I'm not, and trust me, I'm more on your side, but I'm playing a little bit of devil's advocate here,
which I appreciate, by the way. I must say,
just to make sure his point, has a little bit of a fair shake. Yeah, he said that when it comes to Luffy's like true dream, you can always tie that up in like epilogue, future time skip, and show what that is and end the series like that. But I mean, I think the strongest point against O'Hara's thing, though, back to my personal take, is this panel right here, because now it makes it clear that the One Piece must be found in order to figure out what is going on, period. So it makes it seem like the One Piece is a means to an end to get to a different point in the series.
Absolutely, but I would argue that this is like Oda spelling it out for us. You know what I mean? Like Odin told us that basically as much in his flashback, that only then did he find out who the people of the D were, what the ancient weapons were for. But yeah, still, I completely agree. This point right here is that you need the One Piece to even understand why it has to happen. Like the next steps have to be taken. So yeah, I think One Piece is definitely like not the end of One Piece. That's a tongue twister.
Right. And then on top of that, if you also think back to what Ray Lee said, finding the One Piece, when Robin had that line of questioning for him, he made it clear that we weren't ready when we found it. So if I tell you what it is now, your conclusions are going to be drastically different than if you probably went and go see it yourself. But I can still tell you regardless. And so that's why Robin said no, because what's funny? I find it hard to believe that if Rayleigh would have literally told them what the One Piece is, the story would have been literally over right there. Yep. Maybe it would have been, but only in the sense that because he told them right there, and maybe after finding out, like I'm thinking of it like in a video game sense, like you know how in a video game, you in like an RPG, like I'm thinking of something like Persona or something like that, where you're given an option, and if you choose to take it, that's actually the bad route. And if you take it, like there's like the screen turns dark. Then the screen comes back. They tell them, and then they're like, "Wow, well, damn. Okay, well, fuck. I guess we should just go home. Game over type shit. Like that's what I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Like something of the sort of what could have happened. But by them actually taking this adventure, doing everything to get to the One Piece, they're gonna have a vastly different like outlook if they were to take the easy way out. And their conclusion may be different from Rayleigh's too, because he pointed that out as well. He said, like, your conclusions also may just be flat out different from ours. We just felt like we weren't ready. We couldn't do anything. Maybe you have a different outlook.
That's true.
If you
and you if you have the right person, which
right,
we know is true.
which right. And then we also are sure that Luffy, I think we even said it ourselves that when Luffy, and mind you, I don't think Luffy's actually going to listen to the history, but when it's broken down for him in a very ABC way, he's gonna come with a conclusion that will throw everybody off, even us, the reader, from when we read it or see the true history or whatever. Luffy's probably gonna have a way different outlook that may, change the course of One Piece altogether. So
yeah, absolutely. That's what makes him, Joy Boy, and why he's the person to do it. And it's gonna work out because it's Luffy,
right,
even if it's not exactly what Joy Boy wanted. And I think we were kind of talking about how like Luffy's chosen one kind of fate is also gonna come to, like we talked about last week about how it's gonna come to clash with his freedom mentality. So yeah, I'm excited to see how Luffy turns it all around. But yeah, once you get to the One Piece, everything changes. You take it your own way, and it's important that because, like I said, the person who lays claims to One Piece is gonna have it all at their fingertips, and who it is really important, right? Because it could be Blackbeard, who wants to be king of the world, maybe potentially just like Rocks, or it could be Luffy and Shanks, or actually Luffy and Shanks might not have the same ideal. It could be either one of them, who has like their own version of the right thing to do or whatever. So yeah, man, just a crazy ending of a page, a crazy page of a chapter, and I think it was so sad that we had a break week after this. That's torture. I love it.
It is torturous, but it'd be like that. I will say one thing that I just realized about Vegapunk's message.
Mhm.
It's crazy how the death of what's it, Clover?
Yeah.
Cloud D Clover impacted Vegapunk so much that it caused him to take these steps that he did today.
Hell yeah,
Because
bro.
before he was all about the science. He's like, I'm good. I don't care. But that death, that changed him, and that changed the course of history. So, just something to show you that, the will of D passed on to him.
Hell yeah.
And
fucking yeah.
And he continued it forward, and by doing this message, and it's a way fitting end for Vegapunk. You know what I mean?
Very, very good.
Yeah.
Very fitting.
And I think with that, what do you guys think? Do you think that's good for today's episode?
I think so, but I want to make sure I get the quote right because of what you said, just about Vegapunk. And the quote that I brought up earlier, chapter 100, was, "Destiny, fate, dreams. These unstoppable ideals." I think this is in the opening 2 or something like that. These unstoppable ideals are held deep in the heart of man. As long as there are those who seek freedom in this life, these things shall not vanish from the earth. So it's kind of like what you said about inherited will. Like as long as there are those, and then think about the wording from Vegapunk. There are some people that can't be stopped. Like it's all coming together.
It's all coming together. Oda, Goda, my goodness.
Oda, bro, that's the go, bro.
Thank you for everything.
Hell yeah.
Before we close up, I want to show off a few cool things that I got. I found this weekend. So I actually bought this for my wife. They have these nice collection of relivable moments from One Piece, and this is the moment when Momo dropped down on his knees to ask Luffy for help, but Luffy stopped him in Zo. And I got this from my wife because I remember the first time she watched it. We were watching it together, and she could not stop crying. Like
It's
she
coming up
lo-
on stream now. It's so good, man.
she
That's pretty
loved,
cool.
yeah, she loved that moment so much from Luffy, just to show like what he meant. Like the fact that like so much pressure was on Momo, and he wasn't gonna let Momo go on his knees to beg for help because Luffy was gonna help him regardless. Like that's
And
the man Luffy
you
is.
you brought it up this chapter where like that's like the beginning of this chapter shows it like Luffy's what did Mihawk say? His greatest thing is making allies.
Yep.
So yeah, just that's a sick little piece.
Yeah, so I got her that. And then for myself, I got myself these model kits. One of Law's ship of his submarine. I do not know the name of his submarine. It's all in Japanese.
I
So
used to know it. It's the Polar Tang.
oh, but yeah, it doesn't even say on here, bro. It says Tropical Law submarine. Does not even say the name. And then
that's sick that we can see it now on stream. That's sick.
and then I had to get the Red Force Shanks's ship.
Oh yeah.
So, because I already have the Thousand Sunny, it's on top of my fridge, and
Yeah, I saw it when I was there. It was sick
Yeah.
feast, man.
so I finally saw those, and I was like, oh man, I gotta get them.
Hell yeah, that's fucking sick.
I don't want to
man.
get all of them, just the ones that I like, and I think those two. I think who else has a nice one? I don't want Big Mom.
Kid honestly has a good one.
Kid has a good one. Ooh, and Nell has a good one.
Oh, and else is
Oh,
freaking legendary.
Hey guys, I actually got to head out.
Okay,
Yeah, no worries,
Um,
no worries.
Yeah.
That's fine. We're about to close up
love-
anyway.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you too, man.
Feel better, Mod.
Peace, love, tranquility.
Yes,
See
sir.
ya.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Take care,
brother.
man.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
So and there were two.
Yeah, and now it's 2-man weave. We got that pick and roll going, bro. Shit, they
There we
already
go,
know.
baby. Yes, sir. 1-2. Yes, sir.
Okay, so yeah, I want to show that off real quick.
Nice. It's sick. It's sick.
I can't wait to make them. But with that being said, that is it for today's episode. Mod, feel better. Callie, congratulations. Enjoy your time off.
Go.
You're the GOAT, baby. You him, son. And hopefully next
Sure.
year, we're gonna try to get all of Strawhat Sitdown there at Evo
That'd be
reunited.
iconic.
That'd be sick. And
Yes,
if we
sir.
do that, we should definitely do like a live stream or something like that. That'd be,
Hell yeah.
But thank you all for being here. This is your boy, Mr. G, Huss,
Yes, sir.
and Mod, who left, as you guys know. We are signing out. Thank you guys for everything. Be happy, be healthy. Spread love, peace, positivity to the world because there's so much negativity. And this is One Piece is one thing that's very positive that helps bring out the positivity in all of us and connects
Hell
all
yeah,
of us.
man.
So thank you, Oda. Thank you again. Drop that like, drop that follow, and we will see y'all when we see y'all, bro.
Peace.
Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Strawhat Sitdown crew in the building. We Corona to these other podcasts. We gon' put these people in their feelings when they hear this and they know that they can't top this. We spit facts and we poppin'. Every time an episode is dropping, we see D3 in the corner. Mister, that's a real G with the green screen in the background. Got him looking like he in a real scene. We got Big Mod in the cut. Always ready with rebuttals, but he bring the knowledge when we in the huddle, so you know the crew is never gonna fumble. And it's wild, last but not least. If you ask me, then Cali, mad at captain, make him rally around me. Every Sunday we gon' run deep, and we can't stop until we find out about that one piece. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We